via Instagram. I briefly put up a post just to ask if anyone had any questions. They tended to be pretty similar, and so I'm going to put the first one out, which is, what advice would you give to a newly single parent? Does anyone want to start that? Penny?
Let's start with something really, really practical.
Yeah.
Entitled2.com. Is it .com or .org? Where you can find out what tax credits or universal credit, whatever is. That is the most important practical thing you can do first, is to go on Entitled2, and you just plug in your details. It doesn't record them, it doesn't keep them. And it's a really good way of working out how much you want to work versus, like how much time it is worth putting into work, because how much tax credits you'll get alongside that because once you're a single parent, you're usually eligible for some kind of support if there's only one income in the house. And it's so practical and boring, but it's like takes so much pressure off you.
Is it set up specifically for
No, it's for anyone who's just to see what tax credits they're or universal credit they're eligible for. But it's just often when you go from being in a partnership to being single, it's the first time you're getting any kind of benefits, and except maybe maternity leave or something like that. And so it certainly was the first time I was, and somebody, I don't know who told me about it. Possibly my accountant, because I run my own business. But what's brilliant about it is you can plug in lots of different versions, and you can see what's going to work better for you. Okay, if I work 25 hours a week and I need to pay for 15 hours of childcare on top of school or whatever it is, and you plug in the different amounts and it'll tell you what you get, so you can compare and you can decide what's going to work better for you. So from a practical level, in terms of relieving stress, that is the first thing to do, just so that you know where you stand financially.
Amazing.
It's just one website, and then they'll email you the results. And then
is that entitled.co.uk or .com? Well, try
you're going to have to look it up. Entitled2. If you Google Entitled2, it'll just come up. And it is official, so what it tells you is correct if you put in the correct information and tell the correct things. And it's just things like whether you're entitled to support with your council tax. And all those little things that you wouldn't know about if you've been in a partnership before and you've never had to claim anything before. So that's
brilliant.
Like a really practical starting point.
Really
good. Can I just think, because I have tried that and it hasn't been updated in line with the universal credit system because it's so new. So I got it completely
So I thought they had a new version for it, a new tax credit. We were
tried
just talking about that, and I'm still on
maybe
tax credits because of mine.
At the time I tried to think
It depends where you live.
it didn't really help.
Yeah, and it depends because I've got a disabled child, I'm still on tax credits. They're not switching us over because it's been really bad for disabled people. It's been actually appalling for disabled people. So we're being held back from that system. So I'm not in universal credits yet.
So
But
for me it's new because I've never claimed benefits before, and this is the first time. And I also asked the benefit advisor, and she said try it because it's still behind.
if you look up Money Saving Expert, it's a really amazing blog, and he's very up to date with all of this stuff, and hopefully they'll be keeping updated information about universal credits because there's been so many problems with it. So keep an eye on that blog, and he'll probably do updates. Money Saving Expert.
Money Saver
Martin
Lewis talks about anything and everything, down to what you can get with your Tesco's club card.
Yeah, it's a really amazing website anyway.
And I would say just go for the universal credit, just go for it, because actually nobody told me that 2 years ago, and I'm only just going through the process, so I've missed out with 2 years money. So I'm just, and actually my area is now UC, not tax credit, so I didn't have a clue what I was doing, so I literally just filled out the form and went for it, and actually they were really nice when I went in and talked to them about it, and they explained it all. So I would just say, just put the application in, and actually it's all online now, so it's all really simple, just then go, I don't get it, but can you help me? Because that's what I did, and I found that really useful.
I was just going to say,
I have kind of planned out potential future events, and I do have speakers lined up that help people. So they're actually single moms as well, but so it all ties in nicely. But they help with finances and advice and things. So that will be another event down the line if all goes to plan. So we'll keep an eye on that. So thank you.
I've got one more, just to add on that. If you are, I'm fairly newly single myself, and it can, these things are tricky, and there's a lot of animosity between parties, and things get said that maybe aren't meant or whatever. But I would always also seek some legal advice. A lot of family lawyers offer like 1 hour free consultations. So, if threats are being made and you feel unsure and you're unsettled about things, just kind of get some reassurance from a lawyer who knows what they're talking about. So,
Is there anyone that you recommend personally?
because I'm dealing with an international situation, I've looked for specifically international divorce lawyers based in the UK.
Your area, sort of thing.
There's a few online. There's a few online.
There's actually one, the family lawyer who's on Instagram.
Women's rights.
Okay, yeah.
They offer free legal consultation
Awesome.
at any specific time and day of the week.
And if anyone wants some links
to other people on Instagram that deal with these kind of things, there are some lawyers and others, so I can put you in touch. They will come hopefully to these events anyway in the future. I know one of them was due to come in today but couldn't. So in the future they will, but I can just send me a message and I'm more than happy to just point you in the right direction with that.
And if you have a low income and your child is 2, you could also be entitled to 15 hours free childcare. So if you contact your local family information service, so FIS at whatever borough you live in, .gov.uk, I know they have quite a strict criteria in terms of your salary, but you could be entitled to up to 15 hours free for your 2-year-old. And obviously, if you get to 3, you'll be entitled to, if you're working 30 hours, but you'll be entitled to 15 hours. Family Information Service. FIS, yeah. Just finding out what you might be entitled to. I know it's quite tricky. I was just below the threshold, just over the threshold, so I'm entitled to it. But yeah.
Oh, and there's also, of course, Gingerbread Charity. They're always worth touching base with. I know they've just started some online work where they can give you advice 1-to-1. I'm not quite sure of all the details, but I did see it pop up as a new service, so that's worth checking out as well. Not just for financial, but lots of other things as well. Gingerbread.